What Yoruba nation did you want to form? You want to form a nation that you want to scale people out of your territory and claim all their property? What do you want? So people should be vigilant. Don't say you need a Yoruba nation. You cannot get it. Cannot get it. Cannot get it. I learned nothing from him when I see him. He's like someone that want to tell us that juju is good to do. So if everybody want to be like Sunday, but we must go and pack juju and carry juju for body. We all Africa know what juju mean. Now maybe is the light English is called a charm. So you want to teach us that charm is good for us to use charm to secure our environment, our territory, which is not accepted. I don't accept with that. I think the time as a era of this realm, Christianity is exposed. I think as the Yoruba Empire could have been, because we have a last Christianity, terrible top men of Christ in the realm of Christianity in Yoruba empires. But at least it could have been something that somebody like that could have been want to advise, not to still shake hand with the Sunday Igboho, who is a charm maker. Or maybe of us as young people to learn from him, we have to return from God and go back to charm, to follow charm route, to have power from charm making. I don't see him as someone that come to give me light. I see him as somebody that come to give me darkness, because I don't see anything good in what he do. We are not fight evil to evil. We don't pay evil to evil. The Yoruba's empire was ever be friend to Hausas, and now what happened that they call into this action of what let a trade be take place. Sunday Igboho attack Hausa attack Sunday Igboho. I think it's not good anymore. There's peace in Yoruba land. I've seen all the Yoruba land, there is peace, but I think there is something wrong. Yoruba have peace as ever in the history of Nigeria. They have peace, except they just want to do maybe Agboro crisis, but they have peace normally in their own lifestyle because they educated. You get my point? They educated and they have that fame. But if you talk about, say there is a crisis coming in, I don't see any crisis. They said Fulani bring their cow. The cow was already bring when I was a boy into my community to drink water and to chop grass, right from a boy. I'm almost 40. You get my point? Now, till now, what happened now that cow become a problem to communities or bushes to enter and chop grass or drink water in the stream? They now started to wake up and said it's a problem to the nation. Start to attack them, try to they try to do something wrong, because the cow now, the Hausas, the foreign herdsmen said that the cow are missing. They're stealing their cow. They have to defend themselves, and when they defend themselves, they have to have arms to defend themselves to steal their cow. Nobody knows, because they don't speak English, they don't understand English. They try to interview them, they don't know how to talk. But there is something pending that they do to them. Abuki that published you is also a Fulani who cut fingernails also, so they did not cause trouble for community. So why this time it come that Fulani herdsmen, and all what we hear is news. I don't see the real act. They say they kidnapped, they raped. We don't see this act. They try to come in to spoil both force body government, that insecurity is too much. I don't see that the place that is so calm could have been a place of trouble. You understand me? There is a cooked speech that social media are bringing it. I don't see really media and a real recognized media that already start that come out and say, oh, these kidnappers are they rescue from these guys, and this is someone a girl that was raped that report. You get my point? I don't see any evidence to prove that these guys who are Fulani herdsmen who carry cow are troublemakers. I don't see anything. They just say, oh, they bring their cow, enter our land and spoil our crops and this and that and start to attack them. We were living with them for long since. It was never a trouble. So Sunday Igboho come it, and to me, I'm not in support of it. Is to repent, is to give his life to Christ, is to withdraw from that act. That is not what we have to learn now. We have to learn, power of what? Transformation. How we can get brain to rule, to bring our nation to standard, to package our nation like abroad, like American, like German, that's what we are thinking now. It's not the Juju guys who do that. It is we who are mature and we go to civilization, we see, they travel abroad and see IB. I don't see anybody in abroad come out and begin carry charm for body and say I'm a real hero. They all come out with what? Brain, knowledge to package things. So I don't support it's coming out, oh, Yoruba shake his hand, oh, it's good, it's that. I don't see why they are so located. I don't see why they take the mind to be embracing Sunday Igboho as a kind of hero in that kind of highest of education and civilization. London is home of Yoruba. I think they could have learned something overseas and know our life, not to just use all this. The America is so prosper or whatever, but they don't use all these things to prosper. So I think it's wrong.
So you do not see him as Yoruba?
I don't see him as I just see him as someone that come in, to put more problem. Put more problem in thinking in society and all that, and people, government are calling him, some governors are calling the sheikhs, and they'll give him money, and people, the young people who are supposed to the brand and transform their mindset from that, who now start to, if I be like Sunday Igboho, I will have money, so government will recognize me. We don't want such things. Our kings should remove all the deity in their empires, in their palace, all the charm and idols should pack off to give us freedom, because it's become about bondage, become about trouble. All those deity and all those charm, all those things, all those faces and these things, it's become our problem now in the country, because in this ancients of new millennium we will still be in dark. Those things are dark. It's not light. So they let us come back home and say, what can we do? Sunday Igboho can help us. It's just to make us to feel, that if the government cannot make it, you can make it for us. I don't believe in that.
So, but what do you have to say about the DSS attempt to arrest him sometime?
DSS attempt to body order his arrest. He may be strong to escape DSS, but I believe DSS will not give up. You get it? It's a security of the government, and as he bring himself to this kind of, for me, he will not have peace too. So I believe he could have been on his way east, because he will not have peace. The government will still hunt him, looking for how they can, even they cannot arrest him now. They must still look for him, how they can get him arrested. You get my point? So he himself don't have rest, but where he was and quiet, he might have rest. But as he come out the government, he will not have rest, because they must still hunt him, try to get him arrested. Even they escape for some time, they must still hunt, because he was signed to be arrested. The government said anyone that have, that trouble the nation, must be arrested. They target on he who carried AK-47, but they said anyone that trouble the nation will be arrested. So he's now among the follower of what, looking at what is a wanted person. But he was there peaceful. As he come out to say I'm a hero, he become a wanted person. So that's what I'm trying to say.
So going back to the part that he gave the Fulani headers eviction notice, do you think he has the right to give them eviction notice?
He have no right. This is one Nigeria. You have no right to give them anything. We have, our land is free to every Nigerians. You get my point? Fulani men not to cross. You don't do that. You don't do that, because this is one Nigerian, and we still straight at one Nigeria. There's nothing like say you keep your boundary off and keep other boundary off, that this one should not cross my damn boundary, this one should not cross my boundary. How can we move forward? So to keep that is wrong thing. He's supposed not to do that, but he do that in power drunk, because he feel a high power. I don't think it's right.
So what do you think he should have done?
What he could have done is what? Call the peace, maintain the society, and tell people, just form a kind of way you can be able to, whoever make problem, you arrest it normally. You if you see that there's something wrong, either you call police, which is at voice, police, army, and all the force that Nigerian delivered in the nation, even civil defense, for you to identify any thief or anybody that do wrong. If you ask me as a thief, you can't beat me. Nigerian law said identify the police. You get my point? So you don't be in a foundation that be the one to, when something happen, you take acts, begin keep people this and that to get armed. No, you call police. These things is wrong. Call police to pick someone that will make any offense. Now he stand up and begin, who train them, who give him the power. He start to give outside, foreign men. Later don't come here, don't enter our territory. I don't think it's. I think it's power drunk. It's power drunk. I think it's going far on it.
Okay, sir. Recently is agitating for Yoruba nation to stand. So what's your view?
Right from beginning they started Yoruba nation to be stand right from beginning. The foundation of the claim Biafra was Oyuku and Awolowo, looking for where they can be able to build Oduduwa Republic and Biafra. So it's not today. Yoruba nation to stand. With this was Lagos was a former federal capital. You cannot take it. You can't look for something that you cannot achieve. Don't look for. See, I'm a politician. I don't look for something I cannot achieve. I sit down and think, can I achieve this thing? I know that I cannot achieve it. I work it out. You get my point? I have my program I'm doing, and I know what I'm doing for. I know where I'm going. Yoruba nation, which you look for, what do you want? Do you want to divide the nation? Lagos was a former federal capital for 30 years. Every access of Nigeria was here. Oh, you want to take Lagos out of people? You want to, pursue people out to say you want a Yoruba nation? Nigeria was one. You made to be so. If it not so, it could have been destroyed since. They say 3 nations, Abi, Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo. That's how it should be. And the gods of this nation is always be intact to what they said. And all of us in the notes of the currency of our country. Awolowo is there. All our tribe is there. What are we talking about? It's one Nigeria. Don't say you need a Yoruba nation. You cannot get it. Or you could be said I make mistake. It was a mistake. You can't divide it. That's what I was be from the beginning. God know I joined them like that. You get my point? In Britain, Scotland, and I and Wales, they are in one nation. Understand me? Living in peace and no tribalism. Togetherness they stand. Queen rule them all. So what happened? An other nation like that. But what happened? This small group, I want to break. How many states you get? 6 states. Yoruba get 6 states. I mean 5 states. I want to break out. How many states you get to break out? How many? All those things is something you cannot achieve. Because you need to go and form army, form police, and build your nation, form your currency. Is it possible? So you bring people in confusion. So stop those things. They should stop those things. So because we don't see any Oba of Lagos or Oba that said, come and talk and say, we are behind him, we are go ahead. He only go and shake hand with the governor of Ogun State. I say all Yoruba Empire are behind me. Behind you for what? Some of them are so wise. You get my point? So they behind you to get Biafran, to get Orua Republic. Or behind you to get what? To divide Nigerian? Or to steal Lagos from Nigeria? What did they divide you for? Behind you for? Oh, oil from the east, granite from the north, and they could go from the west. Is that what did they behind you for? I don't say what they behind them. Behind you to take what? To do what? To pursue people from Lagos and take their properties. So if you want to say it's behind you for Yoruba nation, what Yoruba nation you want to form? What Yoruba nation did you want to form? You want to form a nation that you want to scale people out of your territory and claim all their property? What do you want? So people should be vigilant. If you can speak boldly that you want to have a Yoruba nation. Access of Nigerian mostly, not less than 75% is being based in Yoruba West because they were forced capital defending from 1960 to 1990. I think it took time to build the city. It took time to build the state. You get my point? So all the access of all the empire of Nigeria was here. East, north, south, west, they were all here as capital to develop it. Abi? So now think about it. If you said you want to have a nation, did you want to take our great place that we always be? You get my point? We are trying to spread the nation with civilization and development. You understand me? But here was be a home. You understand me? And we don't when we come to Lagos as our Nigerians. So what do you want to create? You want to break up Nigerian, and there's people that wake up wiser enough. Ojukwu was a first graduate in Africa in military rule. In military, that's it because of in Oxford. He get the knowledge and the key, everything. He could not make it. And you come out now, you want to start now that Yoruba are married to Igbo. Igbo are married to Yoruba. And they not, the nations you get with what all manners of in-laws and in-law in and in-law out. You want to come and say now you want to fight of Yoruba nation. Eh? When you have shipped a lot of money to build rail line from the east by oil. Eh? It is one you want to divide the nation. Not less than not the 80% of Nigerian property and power of Nigerian is based here. Is it the time you want to divide it? Or you want to steal those things from us? We want to enjoy it together. It's one nation. You can't try it.
No, it's about the resources.
The resources is nothing. We have our resources and we maintain our resources. We have fuel. Everybody are driving car with it. What wrong? What wrong with it? We have everybody are driving. Everybody are using gas with it. We have gas. We have everything. So what do we talk? What do we looking for? So everybody who we bribe each other say don't use. Now we get that. That just be a friend and just say give us what you take from our land. You understand me? They don't say don't take it. So everybody are rotating with Nigerian wealth and joy. So what are you trying to say? You want to divide? What do you divide for? Are you hungry? Is Yoruba hungry? They are the one that bring APC to power. They are the one leading. So what happened?
Then I think they still feel that some tribes are sidelined.
They feel nothing. It's out of thinking, out of line. You since 1960, you are the one that benefit Nigerian the most. Even the military rule, power was here. You benefit the most than every other tribe. They say there's nothing federal. There's no tribe that have federal representative like what Lagos in West. You are enjoying it from military rule. Everything was government house was building here. Thing was building there. Things was doing the so many things will be. So now is it now you want to wake up because you see a lot of impression, a lot of things you want to claim, and you say you want to that you know happy. What do you know happy? You fool in all Nigerian offices, oil and gas everywhere. It's your people that fool there. Because you go to school, you are in all office. A doctor, what do you want? Lawyers. You want to tell me? I'll tell you what they are in the country. They spread everywhere, in every state. Oil, all. So what do you want? Your people don't enjoy? Colonists had 1 million for 30 days. So you don't enjoy the bill estates. People don't enjoy your people. People are here in Lagos paying your house rent, pay your shop rent. Pay agent an agreement. Are you not enjoying? What do you want again? There's somebody that's supposed to have peace in what they have. You must be contented. They have a lot, enough. So what are you looking for again? That they are not certified. They certify in all the ways. They bring Buhari to power. They seed him to presidency. And there is joy they have from there. They have happiness from there because there's something that's coming from them. So what did they want? I want to know what they want.
Oh, you think they are enjoying Buhari's regime?
Why don't they enjoy? They say Seraba in 2015 and bring him in. They start Seraba and bring him in. They campaign for him. I've never seen such campaign on earth. You get my point? They campaign for him and bring him in. They are enjoying it. Did they complain? What did they complain about? Oh. Let's see this way. I ask Yoruba everywhere I go, what do you complain about? Lagos is here, not less than 80%, 75, 65% of Nigerians are here, dying here, give you food, pay Loma, pay this, pay that. What do you want? What do you want again? And you are still, are you the one to still complain? The outside man is there polishing shoe, trying to survive, pushing trucks. You are there in the office with AC in every part of the nation. So what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Oh, Sonny, he has house. They say fire burn his house. Is he a poor man that have a house? He build house. They are enjoying building house, doing a lot of things, getting a lot of things. What are you talking about? What I need them to do is push, development to other Yoruba state and let everything boom. Stop saying you are so enjoying Nigerian different till now. I don't see what they want.
Okay, so about the borders are being closed, bringing in food to Yoruba land. I think Sunday Igboho is also fighting this because he's giving them automatic to open the border. It
is not about closing border. Border was always open. Food was only on coming here. The majority, the power of selling outside schools is here. Tomato and all that. It's not to use tomato. It's not to use what you do. But they bring here. It's loaded here. So border was always open and thing was always bring from north into here and they eat. They just with it. But what happened now that they say border closed? The outside are still selling their products. Go to Ahuma 12, you see container is still enter. Go to what do they call it? Jola 1. You see what they call it? The one that they take from this thing enter Abulekpa. There's one that close to Abulekpa there. Everything is still enter with trucks and trucks and trucks. And there's food in Lagos. The Lagos state have the most cheapest food empire in Nigeria because food is you can still manage 200 here, 150 to eat. Because there's food here that bring from outside here. They no plan, the outside no plan, the Yoruba no plan, they be in office. Outside plan send their food here and this way they sell their product. So what stop them not to come and sell their product? Who tell them that they break the block boundary? It's a confusion to every Nigerians. Make everybody have a good sense of thinking. Don't let us to be feeling so many despising but stupid news everybody said there. We should focus on our nation that what the government cannot make it. That's what we should focus. We should not focus with all this nyama. This morning, if I happen to be I will eat. Anybody will eat. There's nothing wrong with our nation. Do you believe? Okay, do you believe something wrong?
A lot has been happening. So
A lot that have been happening in this area of security and government failing to do what they're supposed to do. Not us. We are looking for government to do things for us to meet up. Our governors, who they pay their allocation for them to settle our state, to make our state to be good. They don't do it. That's what we are focused on. That's what we're thinking. What they can do. We don't talk about our life in a. I shake Yoruba man this morning and I walk away from my house. I shake my hand, Lord. I greet him. What happened to us? We are living in peace. What happened? That they just do that? I say Nigerian is, is a kind of a. We should not bring this kind of, thinking to our system. Let us focus on trying to make our government good. That's all.
Okay, but you just said government failing to do what they're supposed to do. Don't you think this is what is bringing the likes of Sunday Igboho and
government not fail in the West? They always enjoy government, and they're all politicians. You get my point? Government not fail in the West. Government fail in the even Nigeria. They give them money. They chop the money. Government fail for nowhere. But what we say, government put your power. You get my point? You pick my point this morning.
Yes,
government put your power. If someone wrong, arrest him. You get my point? But if you talk about government spend a lot for every state to be developed and do a lot. In Nigeria, in the West, in the South, in the North, they do it to make sure Nigerian is what. But people look about palliative. You hear about palliative? They hide it. They chop 90 billion that is supposed to share to people for coronavirus who are at home. Who do all those things? Is it government? Is it body that do it? It's not body. Give them the money. Take care of that. Do that. Okay, electricity. First of all, has run away. They give him. He cannot succeed. All the money I give him cannot prove it. So people eat the money that government tell them to do something. Government is perfect. It's there, doing what they have to do. How much do we borrow now? They try to do all this to make sure Nigeria is good, but people squander the money and eat and lavish the money. So I don't blame the government. I blame the people. I blame the state. I blame the ordinary people who are now don't know who to pursue. If you face to shoot a wrong target, you cannot make it. You shoot the right target. You don't shoot government. Shoot your community chairman. Shoot your not for gun. I'm not talking anybody to shoot anybody for gun. It's just a parable I bring. No, attack people that is in your community. Your brother come that they give money to give you and eat the money. And he take the money and take care of himself, make their children good, and then he leave you in the street to live without job, without this, without that. Government do a lot.